Welcome to the Deep Dive. We're here to cut through the noise, give you the insights. And today we're jumping right into a trade conflict that's really shaking things up. We're talking U.S. and Canada. It feels like it could unravel decades of, close ties. We've looked at articles, research, our notes, trying to unpack what's happening right now. So the background, President Trump hit imports with these huge 50% tariffs, steel, aluminum. But it's Canada's reaction it's really changed the whole picture. They've hit back hard. And Trump's furious. It's all pretty surprising, honestly. Unprecedented stuff.
It really is. It's quite something to see this happen. The U.S. and Canada, that relationship was always seen as the gold standard.
Yeah.
Right? Super integrated, cross-border partnership, the whole thing built on shared prosperity.
Yeah.
But now there's this real fear that protectionism is just taking much for good. It's not just about trade figures anymore, is it? It's the whole idea of North American economic unity that's, kind of on the line.
Okay, right. Let's break down those first moves then. The U.S. kicks off with 50% tariffs. Canadian steel, aluminum, that's a big hit, obviously. But Canada, how did they decide to respond? I mean, it seems pretty extreme for such a close ally. What was the thinking there?
Well, Canada's response is, it's definitely striking. They'd already put on those 25% tariffs earlier, you remember, across a bunch of U.S. goods. But the new thing, the really critical step, is that they're getting ready to possibly cut off some energy sharing deals, which, that raises the possibility of electricity restrictions for U.S. border states.
Wow, electricity. That's not something you usually see in these disputes.
Exactly. It hits right at that core assumption of connected energy security. It was always sort of sacred ground. But their motivation seems clear. They're trying to defend, $15 billion domestic industry and protect over 100,000 jobs. Plus, they're thinking about maybe giving direct cash support to their own metal companies.
Okay, and this is where it really heats up, isn't it? Trump's reaction. You said furious. He's calling it betrayal.
Oh, absolutely furious. Accusing Canada of exploiting the U.S., framing it as a national security issue. He's even warned he might label Canada's actions as, quote, hostile, and threatened more punishment is coming.
Hostile against Canada. That's quite the escalation compared to how he usually handles these things, even for him.
It really is. And, this leads to the impacts back home, which are, complicated. In the States, sure, domestic steel and aluminum guys are happy. They're talking about factories restarting, new investments.